In the air. Ambrose's stellar innings has come to an end. And Lara took the risk. He gave him 4 balls to face. And the first ball, Ambrose has glided into the hands of Matthew Elliott, and he has taken it. So Gillespie's 50th Test wicket. Ambrose is disappointed.
And the fortune sway again. Courtney Ambrose just guiding that ball straight into the man at third slip's hand. Matthew Elliott the catcher. We saw Courtney Ambrose guiding a previous delivery through before. It's 302 for 9. Well, which way will this one go? 6 runs to get for the West Indies. 1 more wicket for Australia. And out comes Courtney Walsh. This is not the sight that these West Indian fans were hoping for. They didn't want to see it come down this close. They were hoping that Ambrose and Lara would have carried them home. 3 balls to go and Courtney Walsh will be on strike.
418 Test wickets. Just over 800 Test runs though. Runs won't be important to Walsh in the sense of his career, but just survival. Can he do what Ambrose did for over an hour, and that is watch the ball like a hawk and just stop it from hitting the stumps? Walsh comes to the crease. Ambrose did everything asked of him until this moment.
Just trying to guide that over the skip cordon, one would think. Not getting enough back on the ball. Courtney Ambrose and Matthew Elliott taking the catch at third slip. He had done that an earlier over. Look at that. He's frustrated. He's upset. And Brian Lara knows this is getting too close.
So no bat pad for Courtney Walsh. The Australians opting for the strong offside slips caught him. Michael Holding is prancing around the commentary box. That's because he knows how Courtney Walsh can bat. Can he survive Jason Gillespie? He spent some time from the field, Gillespie, with a lower back problem earlier today. He's back on now. He's into his 26th over. He's got 3 balls remaining. Australia needs 1 wicket for the Frank Worrell Trophy. And no ball. The target is 5, but there are still 3 balls remaining.
Everyone matters. Just over again. Very, very tight going here. 5 runs to win for the West Indies. And no ball means a run for the West Indies, but it also means Courtney Walsh still has 3 balls to face.
And as I thought, a bat pad will go into place now. Justin Langer coming from that point position. 53 no balls the West Indies bowled. And they trail by just 5. Walsh and Lara having a chat. Not much Brian Lara can tell Courtney Walsh. All those many, many hours that Courtney Walsh has spent perfecting the block. That's what he has to try and do. Just stop the ball from hitting the stump. The bat pad will put some extra thoughts in Walsh's mind. Will it be short or will it be the Yorker? He's got to watch it, put his bat and his body and his eyes and his heart behind it. Gillespie needs a wicket. He stopped.
Brian Lara will be at the other end, anxious for the end of this over. 1 ball gone, 2 to go. Quick chat again between Brian Lara and Courtney Walsh. What could he have told him? Well done, Courtney, perhaps. Only 2 to go.
A real problem for Australia at the other end with Lara on strike. That's 1 hit away. That's the way that he's thinking. So before they get to that stage, the West Indies, Gillespie has this one and 1 more, the opportunity to bowl out the West Indies. He stopped it somehow.
Bouncer, then the Yorker. I'm sure Courtney Walsh must have thought this is the possibility. First the bouncer and then the Yorker. Courtney Walsh got down on it. Well played. One ball to go. Gillespie knows he has just one last chance in this over.
He's got a cover in the mid-wicket. I'm not sure whether there's better places for those two fields than to be. They're certainly not going to take a single. They may take a two. That's the problem that Steve Waugh has. Probably you don't need the mid-wicket. But he's got him there. He stopped it. He stopped it. And Lara will be on strike. And the West Indies need 5 to win. Courtney Walsh came in at the dismissal of Ambrose, and the crowd are applauding every time that Ambrose and Walsh stop the ball.
A few smiles in the crowd at the end of that over. They must have been very nervous to see Courtney Walsh coming off the pace. 3 deliveries, but a few smiles now that he has survived. Just a quick thump of the gloves again. And now it's all up to Brian Lara.
I would suggest, Michael, that Courtney Walsh is facing his last ball of the innings. I think Brian Lara sees this as the final over. It's not in terms of overs, but I don't think he'll be prepared to give Courtney Walsh another 3 deliveries from McGrath or Gillespie. So McGill's been taken from the attack. McGrath comes on. Garfield sobers. Colin Croft behind him. Sobers can't watch. Garfield is going to wander out and sit down at the back of the grandstand.
Well, all the fielders back out onto the boundary again. One slip. Who said that Test cricket was dead? Anyone who thinks that Test cricket is dead should try and visit Kensington Oval this afternoon. 5 runs to get, 1 wicket to get for the Australians. Very intense. I wonder how many people have lost their fingernails. In no hurry, of course, Steve Waugh. This is too important to rush. Get every man in exactly the position that you want them.
The entire Caribbean will be willing the West Indies these runs. McGrath starts what may be an historical over. They're in the air. Dropped. So Lara's been dropped on 2 occasions. So did Shane Warne get a hand on it or not? 2 runs, 3 to win.
I think this just evaded Shane Warne in the slip corner. Thickish edge. There he goes. Got nowhere near it, Shane Warne. Just evading him. But look at that. Michael Slater, the man down at 3rd man. What a dive. Preventing that ball from going into the boundary. 3 to get. Giving nothing away, the Aussies.
It's McGrath to Lara. Men on the fence everywhere. Full bowled. So Lara has 4 balls remaining to get the 3 runs. Very few opportunities for 2 on this ground. The situation with Slater is one of them when the fieldsman has to run and dive and fumble. But very hard to score a 2 anywhere else. We might be better off just waiting for the next 2 balls, Michael, and waiting for the field to come up and trying to slap it through the field at the end of the over.
That certainly is a possibility. They have to bring the field up for the last ball at least to try and make sure that Brian Lara doesn't get a single to get back on strike, and that perhaps could be the time that Brian Lara will be trying to pierce that field to get that boundary that is required. Only 3 needed, but as David Hook said, pretty difficult to run 2, much less 3 on this field.
305 for 9, 85 for 3 over the night. He's gone for it, but he won't take the single. He won't put Walsh on strike. So now what will Steve Waugh do? 3 balls and now 4 balls gone. 2 remaining. Steve Waugh may, in fact, decide to keep them out for 1 more ball. So the game of cat and mouse continues. It's sensational cricket here at Kensington. Nearly a full house late on the 5th afternoon. Spectacular crowds all test match. And they are having the thrill of their life.
No one has left their seats. A change in the field again. There was a slip in. The slip has been taken out. Shane Warne comes into the short mid-wicket position to save the single. 5 men now in trying to save the single. What will Brian Lara do? Will he try to go over the top?
Wide delivery. Will the umpire call it? He has. The umpire's call it a wide with just 3 runs to win. McGrath trying to induce a shot.
Well, Glenn McGrath looking to bowl the bouncer to Brian Lara because he knew that the hook shot 2 men out, there was a chance, but it seemed away and went a long, long way.
He can take the 1 to tie the game. He slaps it away. He slaps it. Will he come back for 2? No, he can't. Yes, he can. No, he won't. Scores are level. Scores are level here. And 1 ball left in the over because of the wide. So what a moment for Brian Lara and Courtney Walsh. 1 current captain, 1 former captain, both champion players in the history of the game. And scores are level. Steve Waugh has played in a tie in 1987. So that automatically means the Frank Worrell Trophy is still alive. There have only been 2 ties in Test cricket. Australia in both of them. 1 in Brisbane between these 2 great sides in the 60s, and 1 in India under the captaincy of Alan Border in 1987. So 1 ball remaining. McGrath has bowled 6 deliveries, but one of those was a wide.
Steve Waugh, knowing that only 1 run is required, has brought in all the fielders. No fine leg, no third man. Obviously a very attacking field. 3 slips, 2 gullies. But instead of the fine leg, there's a man almost in a leg gully position. Forward short leg. And 1 ball to go. Courtney Walsh on strike.
I'd certainly like to see a man in the covers. That field suggests it will be short, but I think that McGrath's going to try and get Walsh out. With no man in the covers, as soon as Walsh hits the ball, if he goes in the offside, they are going to scamper. The Frank Worrell Trophy, regardless of the result, is still alive. He lets it go. It ends the over, and Lara has the chance to bathe himself in some more thoroughly deserved glory. And they are ecstatic, and why wouldn't they be? It's never over until that lady sings. And the whole crowd is on its feet. Spectacular scenes here in Barbados. And if this doesn't get your hair on your neck up, nothing will. The West Indies crowd sense a remarkable victory. The Australians still desperate to get a tie. So what will Brian Lara do? He's now got 6 balls to be as calm as he likes. He doesn't have to do anything foolish. It's been one of the genuinely great Test innings. He's on 149, and it would be fitting for Brian Lara to tick over that 150 mark and win this match for his country. Scores level. 3 slips, 2 gullies, a leg slip. Finally he's up in the leg slip position. Short mid-wicket, short colour. Gillespie. In Test match history has just been witnessed here at the Kensington Oval. So Brian Lara, Sherwin Campbell with his century. So Brian Lara finished with 153, not out. They chased 308th of victory. He got booed onto the field 24 hours ago after sending in Pedro Collins as night watchman. And he goes from the field as a hero. Clive Lloyd embraces. So what will they do with Brian Lara here? This will take him a month to get off the ground. Michael Holley, one of the great test matches and one of the great test match chasers on the last day.
Certainly it's 308 runs in the last innings. Not many people thought that the West Indies would get there, especially when they lost those 5 early wickets, 105 to 5, and that man has done it. Right in the middle of that big crowd. Courtney Walsh himself played a big part as well. Very good partnership at the very end. But this certainly has been a great test match, a great innings by Brian Lara, and a great victory by the West Indies.
Full house here on the last day. Brian Lara being embraced by Ambrose and Clive Lloyd, and Malcolm Marshall, the coach. Rudy Webster, the man who's been put in charge of looking after the players' minds. Well, absolutely fantastic scenes here at Kensington in Barbados. One of the great test match. Courtney Walsh took 5 wickets. So the winning run from Brian Lara. Scores were tied. Brian Lara was dropped 2 overs from the end by Ian Healy. Gillespie ran in the bowl. And the West Indies have won a remarkable game of cricket. 200 last test match. 153 not out here. And I said after he faced 3 balls in Trinidad in the first innings of the first test that Brian Lara looked to be on song, and what a genius. An absolutely sensational test match here. The Frank Boyle Trophy still alive. The West Indies, they lost 5-0 in South Africa over Christmas. They lost the one-day games 6-1. They lost the first test against Australia after being bowled out for 51 in the second innings. They were in a shambles. They were in tatters, and suddenly, in 3 weeks, cricket is alive and well again in the Caribbean. Thanks primarily to 2 men, Walsh